At the bottom of that diamond, Chanatip at the top, feeding Tirasendanda and Borden Pala. And what that means is we have plenty of regulars not available. The big change, of course, many people were talking about another left back who will not be joining us tonight because of a suspension, and that is Tiraton Bunmatan Chachai is out for the tournament. The goalkeeper sustained a serious injury, and he will not be available again. We asked about Manuel Beer and Patompon as to why they were not available. We were not given an answer to that one. They're not available on the bench either. So there is Mano Polking along with Shin Taeyong on the bench. I should also add Sarat Juya. Titipan and Narubadin. So its changes are plenty, Roshan, more than perhaps many would have thought. But yeah, it is the first leg.
Yeah, I was quite surprised actually when the Thailand lineup came out, but I guess I shouldn't be, because Mano King has spoken about using his squad and about having faith in each and every member of that squad, and we've seen throughout this competition he's not been afraid to make those changes, and a couple of them enforced, especially left back with Tristan Doe coming into that position, but Roller as well at right back. So what it does is it gives them a lot of more energy. Been a regular in this lineup.
certainly been very good. And there's Paul King saying, calm down. Lots and lots of time.
There he goes in his black shirt and jeans combination, tucked in, sleeves rolled up. You see Kritsada just taking a bit of contact.
What a
Whereas central defenders can't play in central midfield. So
Tiraton, of course, is just returned from Japanese football. Can be done. Kawin has played in Belgium. Here come Indonesia. Free kick. Alfred Dewanga. He's gone short. Is this what they were planning to do? Well, here's Irfan. And they've dealt with that pretty well. Fist and go clears it.
just going back to Witan, because he was on the end of that one in the penalty area, and initially every time he's on the ball, and obviously Thailand would have looked at this in the analysis, they would have looked at Witan as one of the players that obviously they have to keep an eye on, and every time he's gotten the ball so far, especially in those central positions, Thailand have been very quick to make sure that they close him down. And done well there too. Close down Siwarak. Dedik leading the press.
Interesting that Indonesia have really rotated their forwards, haven't they? It looked for a while that Ezra Walian was the first choice striker. Then we've had Didik Setiawan, we've had Kushedio, we've had Hanis. They all bring something a little bit different, don't they?
Yes, that playing profile, a different style of player, different type of player that they've got. But what they perhaps are lacking is a real pure sort of finisher.
There are not too many goals scored by the strikers at the moment. Ezra Walian with a couple. Chanatip won't get there.
And look, I mean, players who can finish are difficult to find, difficult to come by. Thailand have been blessed with some wonderful strikers over the years. They've got one here in Tirasin as well. And sometimes the difficulty is when you look at your domestic leagues and all your strikers are essentially foreign signings, it's very difficult for then the local strikers to get much game time or to really make an impact.
Of course, Thai strikers go back to the likes of Jatusuk and Piapong and legendary players. Poking, looking pensive, but I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted with what he's seen. A little flick on there from Superchok. Brody won't get to it. Kritsada. Now Roller. He's got Irfan right at his tail. He's done well here, Roller. Superchok. Now Wiratep. Thailand just seem to have acres of space and time on the ball. Indonesia not able to get close. Tristan Doe. Now Board Impala. happening at the moment for the Indonesians, and he's applauding these efforts.
Yeah, he's applauding the pressing.
Not bad for a side that doesn't keep possession, apparently, Russian. There was a little jibe in the press conference, wasn't there? And they've got 77% of the ball, and they're doing a lot with it as well, aren't they? But here come Indonesia. Didik with an important touch. Now Irfan. Overlapping run. Edo Febrian. Double header from him to make sure.
Yeah, listen, I mean, obviously some
As a won 6 league titles there and won the
to provide support. I mean, those possession numbers are just ridiculous.
But it's one in which different some of the other possession stats we've seen where Thailand are actually utilising this, aren't they, the possession?
Yeah, it's almost as if Polking has said, yeah, oh, so you said we're not doing well in possession. Okay, I'll show you.
Exactly.
It's almost as if he's taken it personally.
He was distinctly unamused by that whole possession comment. And certainly this feels, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is more possession than they had against even the likes of Timor-Leste. They've absolutely dominated the ball, haven't they? Here's Wiratep. Now Tristan Doe. Here's Bordimpala. He's going on a surging run himself, Bordimpala. Witan Sulaiman now for Indonesia. Two players right on him. You have not a moment to breathe when you have the ball if you're an Indonesian player.
This is what I was referring to. The moment they win it, Thailand are quick to just swarm around them. And if it takes conceding a free kick, sure, do it, because you break up that opportunity to counter-attack. And again, Witan, as I mentioned earlier, whenever he's on the ball, you see Thai players desperate to get around him defensively to try and stop him from doing anything. They're really nullifying Witan's threat at the moment.
Well, Mano Polking is of German and Brazilian descent. Bit of gegenpressing from him, Roshan, perhaps. And that is away from Tirisan Dangda. This is without 7 regulars today, Roshan, as well. This is the ability of this side. That's a scary thing, isn't it? Alfredo Dewanga. Now Asnawi. Witan Sulaiman gives that away rather cheaply. Back with Thailand. That's why they've seen so little of the ball. Just can't hold on to it even when they do have it. Supachok.
Yeah, the level of talent sort of coming through in these countries is just incredible. I mean, yes, you talk about population and all that, and sure, they've got a bigger talent pool, but also I think football is life in these places. You know, it's a massive part of the culture.
Yeah, if you visited Indonesia or Thailand, you see every patch of grass, any plot, little space, kids are playing. Great to see Supachok. Here's Tirisin. Waiting for that little overlapping.
Well, there's a foul there on Kurtzada. This goes for a bit of a lie down.
Well, it's been that easy for them, is it, at the back? shots from Thailand. 4 of them inside the box, 2 of them on target. So they've got, if there's a problem here, there's no Manuel Bear. They've got Powie.
Yeah.
If they need. So let's remind you of the goal.
I mean, it's great work, you know. Just again these triangles here. Super Chok just peeling out to the right hand side initially. Roller with that underlapping run on the inside of him, ability to beat a couple of players, and then on the defensive side, the 2 Indonesian central midfielders getting completely dragged across and not winning the ball there. Both players getting dragged across into that position. It's left that gap for Chanatip to then have a shot at goal there. The central defenders couldn't step up quickly enough into him. Wonderful work from Thailand on the right hand side. Great work from Roller, and then a fine finish. Quality finish from Chanatip. Comes into him first time into the back of the net. No chance for Nadeo.
But they're taking some time here with Dola, Elias Dola, who's not walking particularly comfortably, and I think they just want a word here on what to do next. Polking is still asking, what's the assessment? He's been told just to hold off for a minute.
Well, Poklo has just gone off to increase the intensity of his warm-up.
For a second there, did we think he was going to